campaign so that the San Francisco voters can vote for change once again, which is to allow me to continue my effort as the San Francisco District Attorney. And so I just thank you all so much for being here. As we know, on June 7th, the voters in San Francisco spoke very loudly that they wanted something different, that they wanted to take this city back in the right direction. And that is what I've been doing for the past 30 days, is trying to get the office back on track and trying to put this city back in a position to thrive and to be the beautiful city that we know it is. And so as you've seen for the past 30 days, my main focus has been working on the drug dealing situation so that we can eradicate these open air drug markets that are going on. Sure that repeat and chronic offenders in our city and violent offenders are held accountable. That's a main priority. We are working on making sure that we end the amount of gun violence that's going on in our communities. And as we've seen, we've got a long way to go in preventing the amount of attacks that are still happening on our AAPI community. But I can say that our office is getting in shape. It's taken a lot to restore it back to what it needed to be in order to attack these issues that are confronting us every day. And so that is what I've been working diligently on day and night for the past 30 days. And so I am looking forward to now bridging this, working on this other effort, which is going to be, as we know, a long road to November to make sure that we can continue this work past November. And so that is what I'm committed to doing.
Our faith has been restored.
Exactly. Thank you.
All right, any questions? We have a couple minutes if anyone has questions.
Nice to meet you, District Attorney. Nice one, San Francisco Chronicle. There has been some concern about a return to the drug norms. Can you just address that and respond to that?
Yes, absolutely. I think we've seen over the last 2.5 years that the policies of the previous administration, which was, I think, essentially decriminalizing drug sales completely, has not worked. And it's led to an explosion of drug dealing in some of our most vulnerable and diverse communities in this city. People who want to not have to walk out of their front door, right, and walk through drug dealing that's going on and the violence that it brings. And so there has to be an enforcement of the laws that exist in this city and in this country. What we're not doing is returning to some extreme like the war on drugs. We're going to be making sure that those who are addicted are able to avail themselves of the ability to get treatment, because that's what they need. And we're also recognizing that we're in a different state of affairs with the drug fentanyl, right, that didn't exist, in the capacity on the street that it does now 10 years ago or even 5 years ago. And so it is a lethal drug that is killing our residents, and we cannot continue to allow people to sell it without any consequence.
If I could just add to that, I just want to just mention, my first job out of college was working for the District Attorney of San Francisco when it was Arlo Smith. And I have known personally and worked personally with every district attorney, including the predecessor of Brooke Jenkins. I will tell you, 19 years ago, the campaign I worked hardest on was an aspiring district attorney who said it's a false choice between soft on crime and tough on crime. In San Francisco, it's about being smart on crime. That district attorney was Kamala Harris, and Brooke Jenkins is a worthy successor to that. I have not been this excited about a DA's race since then, and I'm really excited to be supporting Brooke.
Press only.
All right, well, if that's it, we'll head out. Thank you, everyone, for coming.